Good evening, this is Nerds the Human, and welcome to this, one of our AI-only historical battles for Rome Total War, where today we look at the Siege of Sparta from 272 BC. Now, this is actually the second of our battles with King Pyrrhus of Epirus. We've already looked at the Battle of Asculum. If you want to get a little bit more of the context for the Siege of Sparta, then do go watch that one first. There'll be a little link up at the top there. But today, we're going to start looking at the Siege of Sparta. This is really towards the end of King Pyrrhus's reign and at the end of his life. Things have gone far wrong since the days of Asculum. So we'll have a look at the history as ever we do here on the AI only battles, and of course we'll also follow it up with some of the general's point of view. We like to do those battles too. That'll be quite an interesting one. This is a strange old battle, but one I think that we can probably win. The Siege of Sparta, 272 BC. King Pyrrhus of Epirus liked to believe he was the last of a long line of kings, a great warrior in the tradition of Alexander the Great, and worthy enough to be from the heroic age of Greece. The truth was different. Now, after his early successes against the Greek and Macedonian neighbours, his luck changed when he matched against the Romans at Asculum in 279 BC. Although he won the battle, the cost was so high in men that Pyrrhic victory is still used to describe a triumph bought at a terrible cost. Indeed, so we looked at the Battle of Asculum last time, and well, since then he's been on a few adventures. He obviously took some losses there and then headed over to Sicily, where many great campaigns in war go to die. And we actually managed to relieve Syracuse simply by turning up. The Carthaginians pulled away at that time. He did try and move across much of Sicily, made some big gains, but he managed to upset many of the locals with some high tax demands when he was trying to push towards Lilybaeum. In the end, he, annoyed them and headed back to Magna Graecia, where they were kind of annoyed that he'd already left and stopped supporting them against the Romans. As ever, Pyrrhus didn't really like to ever finish a job, and he would head over to the Battle of Beneventum, where, many of his flanking forces got scattered and lost, probably because they were sent by most likely disgruntled local guides. In the end, the Romans would have enough of a victory there, albeit a retreat for Pyrrhus that would leave Pyrrhus kind of thinking Italy wasn't the best plan. And after that, he would head back over and attack Macedonia. He had a very good battle with Antigonus as ever, and once again decided, you know what, I'm not going to finish the job. So from there, he headed down to Sparta, and indeed that's, I think, where it leaves us here. Bloodied by his campaign in Italy and Sicily, Pyrrhus returned to Epirus and raised a new army to conquer Greece and Macedonia. He managed quick victories against the Macedonian king Antigonus, and then turned his attention south to Greece itself, and a great prize beckoned on him, Sparta. The city-state was only a shadow of what it had once been. The great days of Spartan warriors were long gone, but the lands of Sparta were still well worth conquering. More importantly, Sparta had always relied on its elite hoplites for defence, men trained from infancy to do nothing but fight. As a result, the city had no walls. It had never needed them. With most of the Spartan army away on campaign with King Ares in Crete, the city looked terribly vulnerable. Yes, indeed. Originally, he did just say as he was marching to the Peloponnese that, oh yes, I'm just here to defeat some of Antigonus's, allies, that kind of thing. And the Spartans seemed to somewhat believe him. So he actually snuck around the western Targatus mountains and attacked Sparta from the south and surprised them. But as we'll see as we come to look at the battle here, there are some reinforcements coming in. So what is there? There's the Greek force here. So many Spartan hoplites, not the most experienced, some experienced peasants, 1 and 1, and 1. They are not good. Heavy peltasts should not be sniffed at, by the way. They're pretty good, but this force in the city is unlikely to ever win it by itself. It's the reinforcements that can turn the tide if you haven't got your positioning right. So a bit like Teutoburg Forest, this one might be quite tough for the AI because it kind of relies on, to some extent, you planning your tactics well. Plan to get your positioning right. What you really want to do is take the city and then use the city streets to maybe guard against the Spartans and try a flank. Maybe you want to pick them off in the field. It depends. But for me, I don't know. I like to get my onagers and splatter them. That's really the best thing to do. Because, yes, Pyrrhus does have himself some onagers and some elephants, actually. So we've got some good units here. As I say, it's not really about winning the first battle. It might be for the AI. But it's really all about making sure you've got enough strength left to take on these guys as they turn up. And for me, I kind of think it's a good idea to try and capture the city and force them into choke points that you can splatter with any remaining onager fire. We do have some missiles as well, so if the AI can use its elephants as onagers right, and potentially use some of these missiles correctly, I think this is plenty winnable for them. I do think when we get to the general's point of view for this is going to be an awkward battle because there's kind of multiple fronts. You can attack the city from various sides should you want to, and you probably do want to. As I say, there's a timing aspect to this with the reinforcements, so I think this might be tricky when we get to this ourselves, but that's for the next episode. For now, let's think, what can the AI do? Well, I think they're going to lose miserably, but it might just be one that comes down to luck. These onagers and these elephants, a lucky shot from the onager, an unlucky break from these guys, a lucky running amok perhaps, can do the world of good. So we're going to head in on medium and we're going to see what the AI can do.
Pyrrhus's life is an epic tale of his rise to power, of tragic loss and outrageous misfortune. So much so that his name gives us the saying, Pyrrhic victory. He won a victory against Rome in 279 BC, but at an enormous, almost crippling cost. That was 7 years ago. Now Pyrrhus has raised a mighty army to take Greece, and after some early success, he heads to the city of Sparta, the home of the heroes of Thermopylae. Word has reached Pyrrhus that Sparta is ill defended. King Arius of Sparta and many of his best warriors are away fighting in Crete, and only a small force is present. What better time is there to attack? A city with most of its army away on campaign is an easy target. Little does Pyrrhus know, but even a handful of Spartan youths and Helot slaves can put up a heroic struggle. And what is more, reinforcements are on their way. Pyrrhus must take the city now, and take it quickly.
In we go then, and the AI is immediately deciding, let's burn down the city, which to be fair isn't actually the worst idea. There's actually quite a lot of troops that seem to pile out of this side street, and yeah, burn it down does I suppose make it easier to then hit them later. They're probably wasting a bit of their ammo. As for the rest of it, what are they doing? Well, some peltasts are just running at the elephants. That's interesting. Bit of a mad one. Maybe throw your javelins and now you're pretty much all flattened. I mean, many of them are getting up. Not sure it's going to last for very long. Yes. In they go and down they go. Not the most sensible decision by the enemy AI. Something's burning down. Actually, they're doing what I would do myself, which is, yes, send some units over here. Send some to try and stroll up past the lovely little academy here and towards the plaza. Now the reinforcements come from this road over in the distance there. They're on their way, don't you worry. They do take their time. I'm not sure if they're just on a timer or what, but they're currently sitting here. There might be an invisible timer. That's interesting. I thought they were just very slow at walking, but it turns out they're not really moving at all. Over here though, there's quite a lot of movement, mainly because this whole city's just being demolished right now. That's excellent. Peltasts have indeed been killed, as you might have expected. Oh, in come the elephants. So yeah, we're going to struggle to watch everything that goes on here. Spartan hoplites against elephants now. If they charge, if the AI charges now, it's in a very, very good position. Hit them in the rear. But if those phalanxes are facing the right way, we really don't want the AA to be doing this. That might just get them to wake up. They're actually on dagger mode. Oh, this might start going badly, actually. Okay, so these elephants being used badly is going to be a big issue. But if they can break these Spartans or destroy them, that would be excellent. Yeah, they're starting to go down. If they run amok and start smashing up these streets, it could go okay, but that is not the best decision there. Normal elephants into these hoplites, equally probably not going to end very well. They're just going to fall immediately, I would think, really. Lots of pokey. Yeah, so they're starting to fall, and that is a waste of an elephant. Oh dear. So, I don't necessarily disagree with burning some of this down, but they've pretty much now just thrown away their 2 elephant units. I do think there's a fair chance that the AI can win the start of the battle, but I'm not sure about the reinforcements. I don't think they can manage that, especially with this current starting point here. These guys are still fighting. They're not running amok just yet. Oh, this guy's fighting in front of the... Yes, right in front of the Temple of Nike. Are you on his... Are you blessed? This man was not blessed. This elephant's the sign. This side street is an excellent way through. Yes, keep on going this way. Oh no, he's taken down a Steve. Can we call him a Steve? They are kind of the special lads. Sorry to Steves out there. Obviously, we just use Steve as generic trooper, but this is a Spartan, damn it. They're routing and not running amok, which possibly the worst thing when there's Spartans blocking their exit. Militia hoplites against Spartans, again, not the best idea. I think if we've got any picture of this battle, it might just be this, actually. I might just grab a screenshot while we're at it, because, to be fair, this probably sums it up, doesn't it? The burning wreck of a battle. Yeah, I love it. And that actually might end up being the thumbnail. Who knows? But I think the burning city probably sums this up. Are they making any good moves in this part of the world? I don't see any burnt corpses on our side, so that's good. Yeah, the general, the companion cavalry even are making their way towards the plaza. That's very interesting indeed. Looks like the reinforcements exist. It looks like they might be marching now. They are indeed marching. They're ignoring the road, which I suppose it is a bit of a hurry to go and get it. I don't know what triggers it exactly. Is it a timer? Is it a percentage killed? I don't know. That would be quite good to know myself. Oh, look, I can see a couple of running amok signs. That's excellent news. It's probably not actually, because they're nowhere near the city anymore. Oh dear. Well, could be better, could be worse. It's not going that well though, is it? In front of the burning rubble, we have a victory over the Spartans. There we are, our unit's been demolished. We've got the Temple of Nike in the background. I just got a second screenshot, which is probably the better one. I'm afraid there's no commentary on that moment, but we've got them pinned. Oh, this is most excellent. Militia hoplites are daggering the Spartans, while some of their levy pikemen pike them in the back. They're making some good progress on this side, but they are still losing way too many men and just wasting their shots, burning all this down. Set it on fire and then move on, my good sir. But no, it's not been a very efficient job. Spartans have intercepted the archers out here. Archers, this is not the kind of way you want to do this. This one Steve here, oh sorry, we don't not call them Steves, Jeff, yes, Jeff. This Jeffrey over here is going to march his way through the entirety of this archer unit. This is going to be excellent. Let's speed this up. No, he didn't. Well, that was short-lived. See if the archers can win that in time. I don't know. The peltasts are coming out to reinforce over here. The companions, I assume, were brutally murdered. I don't see them to exist anymore. No, but the governor's palace is still intact. General, I assume, is back out here on the hill, which is interesting. Yeah, so when it comes to the general's version... Oh, God, the reinforcements are here. Yeah, when it comes to the general version of this battle, from the general point of view, we're going to have problems, because I want to be over here, and I want to be over here. So I don't know if I'm going to have to try and set it up in a way where I get the general in to help set this up, and then swing around there, and then come back at the right time. I mean, it is helpful that they've burnt this all down, because they have a much better view now of all these units who have largely broken the first force. But yes, unfortunately the reinforcements are already here. It's 49 to 48, so they've had a good turnaround in the last few minutes. Guessing those archers are... Yeah, the archers are gone. They're very, very gone. They went a long time ago. Oh dear. Yes, though, the reinforcements are going to definitely win this for the non-friendly AI, but they've done okay. Done okay here, 49 to 48. They've actually been even in this part of the battle, which I'll give it to them. Not bad. One of the major problems is that they've lost so many men just taking on the last sort of 20 hoplites that were left in the city. And well, the reinforcements are just going the long way around, which is interesting. Maybe they can take the plaza and hold it. I don't know. I assume we have to kill everyone to win this. But yes, the heavy protest might hold them up for a minute. Maybe get your pikes down, my good sirs. That is kind of what you are. Is that a storm or is that sunset? Can't even tell anymore. But the plaza is potentially there for the taking, actually. Since reinforcements are going the long way round, you've definitely lucked out with that. This is probably where it ends for Pyrrhus, isn't it? He's decided to take on the reinforcements. It has distracted them. I mean, it might well be the most Pyrrhic of all Pyrrhic victories if he can get himself killed here, but let the rest of the men take the city. And that would indeed be a foolish bit of Pyrrhic victories, actually. Yes, if you don't know the ends of his story, after defeat in this battle here, we haven't actually really talked about the battle yet, but after defeat in this battle, he heads up to Argos to go and take on his good old friend Antigonus once again, and that's the battle where he gets where he ends up getting injured by a man fighting in the streets of Argos, and his mother, seeing that yes, Pyrrhus himself has set upon him through the roof tile, bang, as the music goes bang, and Pyrrhus is knocked off his horse and brutally finished off on the streets of Argos. So yeah, the Onagers and the general. I mean, the general's actually taking on the general here. It's close, but he shames himself. He runs. Well done, my good sir. He runs. Now, have the rest of us actually got close to taking the plaza? No, the answer is no, because I clicked way too far forward. No, even though it's a general's bodyguard here and you're using phalanxes, you've still failed. Miserable failure. Well, we'll speed it up here, but victory is far away from us at this point. The general is routing. Oh dear. Fall on a roof tile, my good sir. Fall on a roof tile, and just one unit. Pretty solid unit, still standing around. How are you doing? Anyone to kill? They can see their elephant corpses over there. Just go into one of these buildings, change your flag around. No one will know. And here they make their final stand next to the corpses of their brethren elephant and by the beautiful large temple of Nike. Whichever pronunciation everyone wants to go with today, because I will get a complaint no matter what I say, but Nike. Right, if you want to turn around and phalanx them, I mean, this probably sums up part of the issue of the battle here. Just turn, see, you got it, turn around, and how are we going to turn this around and let the AI win it? I'm not sure it's that possible. We'll turn it to easy. But I don't know. Other than that, we're going to have to come up with some kind of a tactic. We could do what I've done before, which is to kind of take tactical timing of a certain part of the army. But I don't know. We're going to have to work that one out. How are we doing on here? Okay, officially, we need to capture Thessalonica. Right. That's definitely the siege of Sparta. This is maybe... Okay, game. Right, we've at least one allied soldier. Only one? Okay, and no enemy soldiers. It must be held for 3 minutes. Right, so no enemy soldiers at all. There's no timers. The 3 minutes is kind of pointless if we already have to kill everyone. But yes, if we've got to take Thessalonica and we're currently in Sparta, we might have some problems. Right, well, it's time to head on into battle, and the main thing I'm going to do this time is just get them organised in... I don't know if this is a sensible tactic or not. We're just going to get them into position nice and quick, to be honest. They can kind of do what they want once they're in position. So these guys over here, yeah, just whatever. We'll grab you and we'll add you onto it. You guys can do whatever you want at this point, but I'm going to move you over there so that you can maybe pick some sensible choices. They might want to move forward, but at the very least, yes, we're going to start sending some infantry over to here. Okay, lovely stuff. Infantry over here, and skirmishers, likewise, just back them up. We're going to get this onager over here too. Probably don't need to be anywhere near that close. Something like that will do. Actually, we'll bring them over here. Just shoot straight down that lane. That'd be magnificent news. And likewise, bring the elephants, bring the cavalry, We're going to get everyone running, to be honest. That Onager will take its time, of course. But, you know, we'll get everyone into position and we'll just see what goes on. I'll then give them control. What are we doing over here, by the way? I set you up in a nice formation and you're not using it. Great. You could be shooting tons and tons of missiles at them right now, but instead you're just standing there right next to him. Excellent. As long as they're not getting attacked over here, I'm happy enough to keep this as it is. Okay, so they're just allowing themselves to get jabbed by these Spartans right now. Excellent. That's been a stupid beginning for you. And they are sending people in at this point. So, okay, you guys get yourself in position. You guys do that. And, okay, I'm now going to give over these other units. I will just leave these guys out for the time being. We'll get them in position. Let's see what they're going to do. Are you going to be sensible? Well, they're just going to... Well, you can put them in a position, but they're going to do what they've done. One heavy peltasts, though, are going to get themselves poked to death pretty quickly here, so it's not the worst start of an engagement. Elephant's charging in. It might get a rout or two. We'll stick with this side of the battlefield for now. Interested to see how this goes. This elephant tactically moving along the side of the building. A good plan, sir. A good plan. Yeah, maybe elephants at the front, or, you know, not at all, actually. Oh, look, they've... Come on. Charge, 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 charge. Charge. Anyone? Okay, fine. You know what? They've come here. You can just join. I'll let you do what you want, to be honest, Mr. Onager, but I hope you're just shooting in at that plaza / around here. That'll be magnificent. Right, they've now managed to get their cavalry into Spartan hoplites. Well done, my good sir. Well done. I'm not sure I'm helping them at all. We can only try. It's not easy. So at the least the engagements are going to go better. This one got heartily surrounded. They gained experience of running away there. How magnificent. Now, as we know, the main thing with ease difficulty is the breaks coming a lot easier. For some reason, we got Rodin Slingers taking on peltasts with all the pikemen in behind. This is the kind of novel tactic that we get from this kind of gameplay. Let's see about the elephants. Okay, they are in the middle of the Spartans. I would just... Can you get them into those companion cavalry up there? That would be lovely, if so. I mean, they're doing a decent job. What are we on now? We are on 13 to 28. Well, Thomas's genius has definitely helped. When I say companions, they're our companions, Thomas. Oh dear, they plugged that street very well. Indeed, they have. But my plan over here is probably more of a sort of block it and bombard and just let them come in at us and just walk into pikes, get javelins, that kind of thing. I'm kind of keen to go with that tactic. It's more a question of, on the general's point of view camera, can I have any idea what's going on over there? What I need to do is get it set up, and then, yes, and then I need to be over here, because this is where I'm going to have to micromanage. I'm not going to plan to fight it quite like this. We can see them moving now, so again, what are we at? 38%, that's a lot more. I'm guessing it's a timer, but I haven't calculated it. So the general's going to get himself killed. Excellent. Well done, Pyrrhus. It's traditional for you to die in this. Have you died on every single one of these so far? I think so. But this occasion, he's actually managed to rout the Greeks. Lovely. So the city's burning down. That onager over there is just catapulting the building right in front of it. Excellent work. Excellent work indeed. Elephants seem to have died, which is unfortunate. And by that I mean based on their stupidity. We've all got our daggers out when they're Spartans with long sarissas or whatever it is that they're supposed to be using here. I think, do they have the long ones or do they not? Because we have the pikes. We, in theory, had the range advantage, but actually I'm not sure what the Spartans have. It doesn't look like theirs are quite as long, but it's hard to tell with all this burning rubble. Okay, I'm not convinced that they're going to push through this because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is, you know, kind of get the onager in place and smash it up. But there we are. It is what it is. Over on this side, though, well, we're running around in circles. Maybe take the city before the reinforcements show up and kind of knacker you. That's probably a good idea. Even worse, they're running amok, and you just ran towards the running amok elephants. The AI is never going to press the stab them in the neck button, but I could, in theory. You've ran towards them, you utter numpties. They've wasted their elephants. They're not going to win. You need your elephants alive, damn it. Yeah, get past the spearmen, find a way to outmaneuver them. That's why that flank is a good one, because they do actually come out of the city over there. Whereas here, you're just going to end up in a slogging match. This is always kind of the point, really, is that the onager can just come and splatter it. Maybe I should just come and override this and just, at the very least, I'm going to get them to line it up. That might just give them something. And spectacularly, what have they decided to do with the onager in a perfect position to smash? They've sent them in to hand-to-hand combat. Get back here! There's only so much I can take from you, my good sirs. Okay, this is just nonsensical chaos here. Just shoot that guy at the back. Just shoot those peasants, okay? Just do something. Aim at the back of them. They are actually slowly pushing their way through. I did specifically send the better guys here. They haven't got phalanx on. Haven't won. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, we could easily shoot ourselves in the back at this point, but that was some of them. It did something. Excellent. Shoot the general maybe instead. It's at least a little bit further back. See, look, one hit and I've already managed to almost turn this whole flank around. Excellent. As you watch the academy burn down, we can only really question ourselves, are we the baddies? I would say the answer is a firm yes. And for that, you are now going to get yourselves royally murdered. Actually, on the notes of the hubris, one thing that Pyrrhus did do on his way back from Sicily over to Magna Graecia was he burnt down a temple to Persephone, I think it was, and put all of the loot onto a boat, and the boat immediately got sunk in a storm. Oh, wonderful, wonderful hubris. From that point on, he thought he was cursed, and so he should. I think in the retreat from this battle, he also got one of his sons killed as well. That also made him quite sad, as I suppose it would. They've nearly won this flank at this point. So close to winning this flank. They're still taking their time. They really, really do like to take their time. Let's have a look at Pyrrhus, because he's getting himself... Oh, he's on the plaza. Well, wellity. I'm going to aim here because I think that's funny, and maybe we'll just splatter him because I don't see this ending well. At the moment, Pyrrhus is currently standing in the middle of some spot. What was that shot? Wow, we're going to burn down the Odeon too. Well, we really are the baddies. For Pete's sake, Pyrrhus. Okay, fine, we'll aim at the general once again. Aim at these guys. Is the general back on the plaza to come and deal with us? No, we've got Rhodian slingers here. Pyrrhus himself is actually chopping these guys down. He's doing an okay job. The Mr. Hoplites. Do you want to come and help? No. Oh, I shouldn't be helping. I'm not supposed to be helping. Now. This is a good point, Thomas. Where are the reinforcements? Oh, they're over there. Interesting. We should just shoot them. Turn around and shoot them. That seems funny. Do you have any chance to shoot them? Get a few spatters in. Oh, we've run out of ammo. Don't charge them down. Get to the plaza. Oh, dear. Right, I'm just going to recontrol them. Down goes Pyrrhus. Oh, dear. Yeah, he was foolish. I wanted to save him. In fact, did he kill everyone as he did it? He killed pretty much every last man. His horse fell on the very last of them. There goes their general. So at the very least, they have taken the plaza here. Or, well, just about taking the plaza. The general is getting chopped down. Once again, the reinforcements doing interesting things. I feel like they're not going to do that for me on very hard, are they? Probably not. So this is not necessarily going to end in a victory. I don't know what I could do to give them victory. We are the baddies, ladies and gents. My days. Burnt down the academy and the Odeon. I hope you lose, Pyrrhus. I mean, he's already dead, and he's definitely lost this battle. But here's the plaza, because that's going to be the general right there. Eventually, one of these days, anyone want to kill him? It's kind of pointless. You might as well surrender at this point. Maybe you'll keep your lives. They don't want to kill him. Do you want to win? Please just take the plaza. It would really... Will one of you kill him? Did you miss? You totally missed. What are you doing? Well, okay. Maybe this is a moment to then talk about how this battle actually went. So there was a bit of a skirmish. Well, not really a skirmish, like a battle outside the city. On the plains outside, like 15,000 odd routed. But overnight, I think the Spartan council thought, I will send away the women and children. But Apparently, the women were like, no, we will fight. So they built some trenches. This should really be the Battle of the Trench out the front here. Unless this is supposed to be the initial battle. But there we go. Apparently the trench battle didn't end so well. And basically he had to retreat. I don't think it quite ends up like this. This is more like the battle in Argos. Where... Okay. Yes, this is more like the later battle where Pyrrhus actually does die. Where he needs to take the city. They kind of get stuck in the city through some night fighting and try and flee. They get blocked at the gateway by their own reinforcements. That kind of slightly more mirrors this battle here. But there were obviously some some Spartan reinforcements coming. But yes, interesting indeed. It looks like Pyrrhus is going to have the plaza a little bit, but the reinforcements are now arriving. Yes, we got the banner for a moment. We're going to get a few seconds of it. What can we get to? Oh, about 10 seconds in. Well done. Can we kill this general as well? Let's go and kill him. Was it the Spartan prince who turned up for battle here? I don't remember anymore. But if we can kill both of the Greek generals, there they go. The Spartans have had their leaders wiped out, and fear makes a home in its enemies' hearts. You know what? A close defeat. You've gifted the Spartans the Pyrrhic victory. I've said that so many times over these 2 episodes. But I suppose, well, these 2 episodes, but these 4 episodes, I suppose, when you throw in the general point of view. I don't think we're going to do much better than that with the AI. I've done the best I can. It's giving me some ideas for general point of view. I like the general plan. I liked the general plan of this second force through here. Should it be our best troops? I think it probably should be, because we need to try and hold some missile troops over there. We'll see. We'll see when we get to it. We managed to kill Leonidas and Aegon of Sparta, which is good news indeed. But we held it for 2 minutes or something like that. Plenty of injuries inflicted by them. Companion cavalry did well as well. The phalanx pikemen. Really, it's the elephants. They didn't do anything with the 2 units. Well, these ones did something. I didn't see a lot of that part of the battle, to be fair. They didn't do enough for them. They didn't do enough, and ultimately that is probably our learning point. Of course, yes, managing where the general is and what I can see is another aspect of this battle, specifically with time. We saw that to our folly at the Teutoburg Forest. So we failed to capture Thessalonica here in the Battle of Sparta, which maybe more mirrors the Battle of Argos. Shush, dog, you're ruining my outro. I don't know if that's audible. It sounds quite audible to me. Anyway, I will leave you. I'm Silas, this is The Nerds to Human, and this has been one of our historical battles with the AI only. This has been the Siege of Sparta. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Go, my pappies, go! Hunt down the German dogs.
My chariots are complete lunatics. Stop charging into the spears. Stop charging into the spears.
Why do these guys not break? Everyone else has fled. Go home. Go home.
What is happening at
the chariots?